On the show, we welcome in via, is it Zoom or FaceTime or? FaceTime, great. Via FaceTime from Consumers Energy and Consumers Energy Foundation, Carolyn Bloodworth. Hi, Carolyn.
Hey, Bart, how are you?
I'm great, how are you?
I'm great. I'm in my happy place, my front porch. You mentioned it last time we talked, so I thought I'd come out here for you.
That's right, I feel like I know it just from your postings on social media. But it does look like a really cool space. So you are a WFH person?
Yes, and I will be for some time to come. Yes, I will.
Well, as Director of Corporate Giving, you have been busy working from home because Consumers Energy and the Foundation have been supporting organizations and businesses because of coronavirus.
Right, we have been so busy, and it's been a mixed blessing to be able to do all of this work from home, but also wonderful to be able to help so many. And I can't tell you, Bart, when I think about what we're doing, I think about Jackson and the impacts that we're able to make. We have some phenomenal leaders in Jackson that we've been able to work with. And last week alone, working with Monica Mosier at the Community Foundation, Tim Rogers at the Enterprise Group and their teams, they're helping us to take care of small business. We had seen some issues. Obviously, we're seeing some real struggles for small businesses across the state, but we really saw a pocket, women and minority-owned businesses in particular, they were not getting their share of that Paycheck Protection Program funding. So we went across the state and sought out some great partners, and Monica and Tim were able to step up very quickly here in Jackson for us. And they're busy. I think they've already made some decisions already, and they're really busy helping to spend our money to help small businesses.
That's great. We should mention that the grants from the Dreammaker Fund, which were created by your CEO, Patty Poppy, and her husband Eric, that money went like that, $1 million.
And that was $1 million. We're providing $200,000, so a small fraction of what Patty and Eric's generosity was able to do. But I think that helped set a great playbook. And so Monica and Tim, when we approached them, they were ready to go and literally over a weekend. They have also some great collaborators here in town. I think about the folks at the Lean Rocket Lab who have been great partners, and they're also foundation grantees of ours. So it's very heartwarming to see everybody come together.
And what's nice about it, this money and all these things that are being done locally are putting money in people's hands like instantly, like
Yes.
Next day. That's pretty cool.
It's really cool, and we couldn't be more thrilled with that. The partnerships are just so critical. And yesterday I was on a call with several of the funders, and Monica and her team, and Dana at the Community Foundation, Ken Toll from the United Way, talking about the important work being done by the Jackson Community Action Network and what they're trying to do to help the nonprofits in our community meet some of those most basic of needs. It could be overwhelming, but these people are professionals and they are doing fabulous work.
Yeah, I like that COVID Action Network Response Fund and the Patty Poppy Fund. Those were designed to encourage more donations. And I think we saw with the Dreammaker Fund, they actually gave away more than $1 million because there were others that contributed to that. Is that right?
That is right. Yes, there were. And if anyone would like to add to the funding that we just provided to the Community Foundation, that would be fabulous. Absolutely tremendous, because every little bit helps, and we need to get these small businesses through, because everybody wants our businesses in our community to thrive.
Have you had interest then from, in particular, minority-owned and women-owned small businesses?
According to Monica and Tim, they've already had several applications. They've already started making decisions. They expect the money to go very quickly. So if there are any small businesses in town that need help, I strongly encourage them to contact the Community Foundation, the Enterprise Group, and check that opportunity out.
It's almost hard to keep track of all the various programs and giving that the company and the foundation are doing. It seems like every day I'm seeing news release from you guys about this grant or that, but you've got a lot of communities that you're trying to help too.
We do, and a statewide footprint is a blessing, and sometimes it's not a curse, but it's a challenge. It's definitely a challenge. In all, just since the end of March, we've distributed $3.5 million across the state. It's ranging anywhere from small business support, like we just talked about, or basic needs. We've done a lot in the space of food and food distribution, really trying to help make sure that food gets out to those who need it. We also provided some funding for senior quarantine boxes. We've got a lot of senior citizens who can't leave their homes for various reasons, and we don't want them to at this point in time. So we're happy to help with that as well. We help with MSU. They have a great process that they had worked with MSU Extension to decontaminate masks. So they're just waiting for FDA approval on that. So we've done a whole variety of things, and I know we're going to do more.
Yeah, particularly those with the most need. That seems to be your focus. You've really, I think, specified with the money you're providing the various community action agencies. You want to make sure it serves the lowest and most in need income people as possible.
Absolutely, as if a lot of individuals weren't struggling before all this happened, and then you layer this on top of it. It's quite frightening. It's quite scary. We keep in touch with 211. We encourage anybody who's having a challenge with any kind of a bill, a mental health, or they have needs at their home that they have. We want them to call 211, and we stay in touch. We actually provide financial support to 211 because their caller numbers have gone off the charts. People looking for help. But right now, the biggest need right now is food, but also rental assistance is becoming an issue as well. And we know utility assistance is always going to be there at some point in time, and we encourage anyone having any issues with utility bills to give a company a call, and we have programs that are available to help.
Great. Well, Carolyn, besides the money, which is great, you're also providing your company's expertise, I know, to nonprofits to help them figure out, wow, what are we going to do next? And also to small business in navigating the various programs and the crisis budgeting that companies are having to do right now.
We've got a lot of experts, and we recognize this was a need, and this is something we had the capacity and the ability to be able to help. So we have any business that wants some help, we encourage them to go to our website, consumersenergy.com/business. We've got experts who can help guide them to resources and provide some assistance. But we also have a lot of programs within the company that can also help people save money on their energy bills and their businesses, that they can save money as well. So we're trying every way we can to help everybody.
That's great. Well, I'm sure there's going to be a lot more need, and that's part of the problem, that we just don't know how long or how severe this is going to be.
It is a challenge. I make a joke that I want my magic 8 ball to tell me what I can do, because it's very difficult. Because on top of all these basic needs, you also have a lot of organizations that are not on the front line today. They've just been placed on hold. But at the same time, they're not raising money. They're not able to raise money. And they have programs, they have services, and they have a viable place in our community as well. So there's a concern for them too. So as we go back into this phase re-entry of life and whatever it might be, we have to think about everybody.
Yeah, something else that was made apparent to me today, we have in Michigan 4 economies, 4 seasons. So there are, like golf, that's a summer economy. But economies based on the fall season and in the winter season, it's going to be a whole new impact when we get to those seasons, if we're still dealing with the same kinds of things that we are today.
Oh, especially when I talk to my coworkers who live up north, you know, their hearts are broken already. They already see hotels are already closing, and it's a fundamental change for everything. I mean, weather's always a challenge in Michigan, but when you put this on top of that, it's very frightening.
Thanks for all the updates, and it's always great to see you.
Great to see you too.
So are you and Kurt getting along 24/7 in this shutdown?
Well, I'm really happy he's now able to go out and do some work. So it's good. It's a really good thing. I think we're both happier that we get a little bit of alone time.
Good. All right, great to see you. Thanks, Carolyn.
Thank you.
Carolyn Bloodworth from Consumers Energy and Consumers Energy Foundation. Carolyn's Executive Director of Corporate Giving. Up next, we have some